Sudhanshu Trivedi, you all are first of all cutting short the session. Then on top of it, you are, no, 1 minute, Sudhanshu now. You are saying that we cannot discuss the election commission. But the truth of the matter is when outside parliament, you are more than happy to defend the election commission when the vote chori allegations are made. Better to do it inside parliament. Settle these issues inside parliament. Parliament is the ultimate forum for debate. You did not discuss the Chinese intrusion citing national security. It took you a long time to eventually discuss Manipur. You are reluctant to discuss COVID management. The general sense, according to the opposition, is the government is running away from real issues. You do not want to, you only want to discuss issues that fit in with your political agenda. Now that is not the way parliament can run. Then you might as well have a notice board where only government decides what the agenda of parliament. Forget the opposition.
I would like to give a very clear-cut, substantive example. They are talking about the so-called vote chori, the recently concluded Bihar election. Rajdeep ji, I would like to remind in 2010, 15 years back, Congress contested Bihar election. You know how many seats they got? 4. Percentage of votes, 6.4%. Lost their security deposited in 231 out of 243. Again, I will repeat. They lost security deposit in 231 out of 243, won 4 seats with 6.4% of vote. अब आपके पास था क्या जो चोरी हो गया? It's like a person who is just sitting on underwear and banyan and he is saying, oh, my costly clothes have been stolen. You were having nothing, I challenge. Since last 35 years, any time Congress has got, even within 1990 when they got 71 seats and lost security deposit in 100.
Sir, but you can say all of this inside parliament. Sir, if you can come on TV, sir, if you can come on TV, you can say this in parliament.
मेरी बात तो
सर आप यही चीज पार्लियामेंट में बोल सकते हैं what you are telling me on a TV show. Why can't you debate this inside parliament like you are debating on a TV studio?
मैं जो बात कह रहा हूं राजदीप जी मैं यही कह रहा हूं. A bankrupt person is saying my wealth millions of rupees has been stolen. This is drama. When this is available, clear cut since 35 years, they are unable to have anything in UP and Bihar. Still they are saying that has been stolen. This is drama. Second thing I would like to remind. He is talking about such a respect for parliament. It is the highest decision-making body. And after every judgment, decision, they go to Supreme Court. On work board, before it is being signed by President, they went to Supreme Court. Okay, this is your right. But on CA, your state assemblies have passed a resolution that they will not accept CA. Is the constitution is not in danger? That how can a state assembly pass a resolution against an act duly passed by the Parliament of India? And how it was drama, Rajdeep ji, 5 years have passed after CA. I challenge Nasir Saab, quote the 5 Muslims who have lost their citizenship because of CA. This was the farce which is being created to create.
But you also took years to notify CA, sir. Sir, aapki sarkar, sir, the center took years to notify CA. Ji.
CA is already been, and one more thing. They were saying 2 years back, EVM is being hacked.
Can I come in, please?
And EVM is hacked in such a manner that whatever button you push and it goes to Lotus. भाई साहब अगर ईवीएम हैक थी तो इलेक्टोरल रोल क्या करने की क्या जरूरत थी? नाउ दे आर टेकन आउट ऑफ देयर एलिगेशंस फ्रॉम ईवीएम. इट मींस दे आर एक्सेप्टिंग दैट देयर एलिगेशन और ईवीएम वाज फॉल्स. यानी तब झूठ बोल रहे थे या अब झूठ बोल रहे हैं? फैक्ट ये तब भी झूठ बोल रहे थे, अब भी ये ड्रामा है. तभी ईवीएम. और लास्ट में मैं एक और बात कहना चाहूंगा ऑन द लाइटर नोट राजदीप जी. ये कौन बनेगा करोड़पति आता ना तो उसमें कई बार 4 ऑप्शंस दिए जाते हैं. अब कोई भी इलेक्शन हो उसके बाद 4 ऑप्शंस देना चाहिए. आफ्टर द डिफीट Congress will give the blame to whom? Number 1, the misutilization of the administration. Number 2, EVM. Number 3, Election Commission. Number 4, the electoral rolls. They will never introspect themselves. And I also, Nasir Saab, हमारे तो MPs का एक शिविर हुआ था जिसमें everybody has seen the photograph, Prime Minister sitting on the last bench. And he asked every MP to speak. Then cluster-wise also happened. ऐसा कुछ हुआ क्या कांग्रेस में कभी? अभी हमने सेवा सप्ताह मनाया मोदी जी के जन्मदिन से लेके और गांधी जी के जन्मदिन तक. आपके यहाँ कभी कुछ ऐसा हुआ? कितने कार्यकर्ता राहुल गांधी जी की लॉन्च की आपका कितने कार्यकर्ता सम्मेलन, कितने एमपीस के सम्मेलन और
Mr. Hussain, I let you come in. Sir, Sir, वही तो कारण है सुधांशु जी. That's why the best thing would be the Prime Minister attends Parliament regularly, allows MPs to speak from both sides. That's how Parliament democracy is enhanced. That's what Jawaharlal Nehru used to do. He would regularly attend Parliament. Now we've got a situation where there seems so much of a trust deficit. As you said, the opposition only attacks Prime Minister Modi. The BJP benches, on the other hand, do not tolerate any dissent. So you've got a complete breakdown. That's the problem, sir.
No. The problem is, Rajdeep ji, I have said there is a
Rajdeep ji, can I come
fierce
in?
competition. That's why they have not selected. Sir,
let him complete.
That's why they have not elected any of the India Alliance leader in any of the house. I challenge Hassan Saab, bataiye. Who is the leader of India Alliance in Rajya Sabha and who is the leader of India Alliance in Lok Sabha? No. Because the alliance is only for politics. And within the alliance, there is a competitive politics. Otherwise, you tell me who is the designated leader of, like we are having designated leader of NDA. But have you have any designated leader of India Alliance or your so-called India
Sir,
Alliance?
Okay, I presume Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi are that, but I'll allow Nasir Hussain to respond. Nasir Hussain, according to Sudhanshu Trivedi, he's saying the opposition alliance itself is a house divided. And therefore, there's constant one-upmanship within the opposition. Parliament becomes the forum for each of the opposition party to say, hum bhi hai na, hamara number kab aayega?
Radev, I think Sudhanshu ji is talking everything else other than the agenda for the debate today. I think whether the parliamentary democracy, especially in this session and this government, whether they are taking up the issues that have been raised by the opposition or not. He is going to everything else other than this. See, point number, he was speaking so much about SIR. I just want to see, 50, 55, 60 लाख वोट महाराष्ट्र में ऐड हो जाते हैं, 65 लाख वोट बिहार में डिलीट हो जाते हैं, 25 लाख वोट हरियाणा में डिलीट हो जाते हैं. पहली बात तो इनको ये नहीं पता कि EC can only do revision or it can do an intensive revision only of part of one constituency or otherwise only one constituency according to section 21(3) of ROPA. They don't have the power to do SIR in the entire country, and this question is still pending in the Supreme Court. Point number one. Point number two, putting 10,000 rupees in the account of 1.5 crore women 1 week before the election. Is this not vote kharidi, vote chori? This is also vote kharidi. What is the scheme? How can an outgoing government put 10,000 rupees in the bank accounts of 1.5 crore voters? Is this not vote kharidi? Is this not bribery? Shouldn't this be discussed in the parliament? Shouldn't electoral reform? Shouldn't this be a part of the electoral reforms that we are proposing? So if every incumbent government in the state or in the center start putting amount in the accounts of the voters, then they are bound to win the election. That is one part. And then we have in press conference after press conference, we have clearly said how Election Commission has mismanaged the electoral rolls. Oh, TK, let us not accuse the Election Commission. Let us say there have been lacunae and anomalies in the way they are functioning. But shouldn't that be discussed in the parliament? Why is the government...
Sir, you have been accusing Election Commission. You have been directly accusing the Election Commission. Nasir Hussain, you all have been saying ye BJP Commission hai. No, you have been accusing the Election Commission.
Radhe, please allow me to speak. You give so much of time to Sudhanshu. See, we have been accusing... For a second, let us not accuse the Election Commission. Don't you think there should be discussion on electoral reforms after 75 years, for which we are raising point now? He spoke about opposition parties going to courts after it has been passed and assent given by the president. I think he's a student of history, he's not a student of political science. He should understand there is something called separation of powers in our parliamentary democracy. There's something about checks and balances and separation of powers. If you think the law that has been passed by the parliament is not in tune with the constitution or unconstitutional or undemocratic, you have a right to go to the Supreme Court and Supreme Court can struck it down. This is a part and parcel of our parliamentary democracy. Everyone has a right to go to the court.
Okay.
He doesn't understand
Can
that. And then
Can I therefore ask both
don't
of-
you think air pollution should be discussed?
Sir, can I
Then just one second, Radhif, one second. Don't you think air pollution should be discussed? How many have died in Delhi now? Don't you think national security needs to be discussed after the bomb blast in Delhi? Don't you think there's so many issues, Uri, Pahalgam, Pulwama, now Delhi blast, and nobody has been held accountable so far? Sushil Kumar Sunde and Vilasu Deshmukh resigned after the incident in Mumbai. Now, who has to be held responsible for this? Don't you think that we need to discuss this in the
Okay,
parliament? If you don't
can I-
discuss
can I
issues of
therefore
some
ask both-
magnitude in the parliament, what else can you
sir,
discuss?
I take both. Okay.